All right, let's just get this out of the way. Forget everything you think you know about your average house cat. We're diving deep into the forest here, into a world run not by people, but by four, well, rival clans of wild cats. They live by this thing called the Warrior Code, and we're jumping straight into the book that kicked it all off, Into the Wild. And this really sets up the biggest question of the whole story. I mean, can a pampered little house cat, what the wild cats call a kitty pet, actually make it in the tough, honor-bound world of a forest warrior? Is that kind of courage something you're born with, or can you, learn it? To figure that out, let's meet our main character, Rusty. Now, on the surface, he's got it made. He lives with his human owners, his two legs. But every single day, he's looking out past his garden fence, feeling this pull from the forest, this call to a totally different life he can only dream about. And that's the real conflict here, isn't it? You've got two worlds. On one side is the kitty pet life. Warm, safe, you always know where your next meal is coming from. But then, on the other side, you have the warrior life. Total freedom, sure, but also constant danger from rivals, predators, everything. And it's that promise of freedom that Rusty just can't shake. So one day, he finally gives in. He jumps the fence, heads into the woods, and boom, runs smack into a young clan cat, an apprentice named Graypaw. Now, any normal house cat would bolt right back to the garden, right? But Rusty, he does something completely unexpected. He doesn't run. He fights back. And he's got this raw fierceness that honestly surprises them both. And that one moment of bravery, it changes his entire life. Because, you see, the clan's leader was watching. And she comes to him with this offer that's, well, it's completely unheard of. She asks him to leave his comfortable life behind, for good, and earn a real place in ThunderClan. So let's get into it. Welcome to ThunderClan. He says yes, just like that. And with that single word, Rusty walks away from everything he knows. His home, his food bowl, his name. He crosses that line from his world into the heart of the forest, ready to become part of this wild warrior society. So what exactly is a warrior clan? I mean, what has he got himself into? ThunderClan isn't just a bunch of random cats hanging out. No, it's a super structured society with its own laws, its own history. You've got a leader who literally talks to their ancestors, a deputy who's the second in command, warriors, a medicine cat, and of course apprentices in training, which is exactly what Rusty is about to become. The one who brings him in is Blue Star, the clan's powerful and, really wise leader. She saw something special in him that pretty much everyone else missed. And to turn that little spark into a real fire, she gives him a mentor, the honorable and totally respected warrior Lionheart. And right away, he gets his first big transformation. Blue Star gives him his new apprentice name. The kitty pet named Rusty, he's gone. He is now Firepaw. And that name, it's perfect, right? It's for his fiery orange fur. But it's also about that spark of potential she saw in him. Yeah, but not everyone is rolling out the welcome mat. Meet Tiger Claw. He's the clan's ambitious deputy. He's strong, he's respected, but he sees Firepaw's kitty pet roots as a weakness, like a stain on the clan's honor. So from day one, Firepaw isn't just fighting to survive in the forest. He's got to survive enemies inside his own camp. And now we get to the hard part, training to be a warrior. A new name is one thing, but earning it, that's the real test. Firepaw's apprenticeship begins now, and it's this grueling series of trials to prove to everyone, especially the doubters, and maybe even himself, that he actually belongs in ThunderClan. And this path to becoming a warrior, it's no joke. It's tough, it's demanding. He's not just learning how to hunt and fight. He's completely changing how he sees the world. He has to learn to think like the forest, to hunt for survival, not for fun, and to live by this strict warrior code that dictates literally everything he does. So his mentors start showing him the ropes, teaching him all the scent markers and landmarks that define their territory. And he learns fast that they are not alone out here. Places like Sunning Rocks, they aren't just pretty spots by the river. They're flashpoints for some really bloody fights with other clans, especially the Toughest Nails River Clan. But you know what? He turns out to be a natural. On his very first real hunt, Firepaw makes a catch. It's just a mouse, a small victory, but it's so important. It's the first bit of real proof to all those skeptical cats that, hey, maybe this kitty pet's instincts are just as sharp as any cat born in the forest. All right, here we go, the first real test. Catching mice is one thing, but his training is about to get a major reality check. He's about to come face to face with a real threat, and this time, he's all on his own. So he's out on patrol, and suddenly he catches this scent on the wind that just makes his fur stand on end. It's not ThunderClan. It's not a known rival clan. It's a rogue, an intruder. And according to that warrior code, an intruder isn't just a trespasser. They're a direct threat to the entire clan's survival. He follows the scent and finds its source, this skinny, grizzled old she-cat with battle-scarred ears and these incredibly defiant eyes. Her name, he finds out, is Yellowfang. And she's not just some random rogue. She's a medicine cat who's been exiled from the notoriously hostile Shadow Clan. And Firepaw, he doesn't even hesitate. He pulls together every single lesson he's learned, and he challenges her, his voice just ringing with this newfound authority. A really vicious fight breaks out, and fueled by this duty to protect his new home, our young apprentice actually manages to overpower the much older, more experienced warrior. So now he has a choice: kill or show mercy. He's standing over her. She's defeated. The warrior code is crystal clear about what to do with intruders. But as Firepaw looks down, he doesn't just see an enemy. He sees a starving, desperate cat. So what does he do? His warrior training is screaming one thing, but his kitty pet heart, that's saying something else entirely. And in a move that's going to define his entire future, he makes his choice. He doesn't go for the killing blow. Instead, he offers his own catch, his own food, to his defeated enemy. And in this one moment, that compassion from his old life merges with his new warrior strength, and it creates something totally new. And now we see a warrior's new identity start to form. See, that one act of mercy, it does more to prove he belongs than any fight ever could. It shows everyone his real strength isn't just in his claws, it's in his character. He's building his own kind of warrior identity. The transformation really solidifies when he bumps into an old friend from his kitty pet days. His friend calls him Rusty, and he just firmly but calmly corrects him. "My name is Firepaw now." And in that moment, you know he's done. He has fully accepted his new life and closed the door on the old one for good. He even goes to his first gathering. This is a sacred truce where all 4 clans meet in peace under a full moon. And as he's standing there, looking at his new clanmates, he finally feels it, that sense of belonging. He's been tested, and he's found more than just a home. He's found himself. But with a traitor in his clan and war on the horizon, is courage enough? Our hero's journey is just getting started. There's still a traitor, that ambitious Tiger Claw walking around the camp, and the fragile peace between the clans is about to completely fall apart. Firepaw has proven he has the heart of a warrior, for sure. But when he's up against betrayal and all-out war, is that going to be enough?